Hi guys, welcome back, and I felt led to do a reading this morning, a message from our spirit guides, earthy in nature. Um, and these guides, Mother Earth, really, Gaia is here. And the spirit of the earth that shares her energy with us is here. There is a need, a great need to be grounded. Something very interesting was shown to me in meditation this morning. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but I'm going to tell you what was really cool was that when I was opening myself up to be a voice today, to deliver a message, I saw almost the exact same image as this in my meditation this morning. Okay? So it always amazes me how spirit comes through and says, okay, just for added confirmation, here you go. But anyways, getting on with this message this morning, I feel the energy of the earth. I feel the spirit of the elements in our earthly plane gathering and taking hold of and harnessing the energy that is needed to assist us today and going forward. Some of us are very, very sensitive to the shifts in the earth, in the sky. Some of us are sensitive to animals. I've been receiving animal spirits coming through, representing assistance in certain areas where we need extra support while inner workings are happening and shifting us to where we need to be. And these energies gather round. They are gathering. And they're assisting us. Our soul family, the energy, the spirit of Mother Earth, of Gaia, reminding us to get in touch and open our hearts and arms to receive this assistance that is much needed now on our journey, on our path, and in general, in the spirit of love and support to keep us moving, to keep us grounded, not to get too far out of balance. There is a story to be told. Ancient tribes would gather around a fire and deliver messages. They would be the storytellers for the community and their tribe. They would share stories, and these stories were messages, guidance from Gaia, from their divine creator, from their soul family, those who had gone on before them. And there were stories rich in lessons. And they were not only stories, the energy given to the storyteller opened up and unlocked, inspired, and communicated with those listening who needed to hear those messages. And today, I'm honored to be that messenger to you. And if you're here because you need to hear something. And if you're here just because you're curious, I'm sure you'll be blessed with some sort of something that you need to take with you. We are blessed with the energy of the natural resources all around us. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is this ancient forest that comes from past lives, the forest representing soul contracts, old contracts, karma, things from the past that are being addressed internally. There may be things that you don't understand that are happening in your world, in your life right now. But you don't understand why. It's because our souls all have had agreements, timelines, endings, beginnings, lessons learned, enlightenment, wisdom, growth. And our souls are energy that go on forever. And so, in these past lifetimes, soul agreements are closing out. All the lessons have been learned. And they are finally coming to the conclusion. Making way for a light to light your path in this forest, to show you the way. If you've been lost, and in this forest, there's always a way out. I hear the curtains are closing for some reason. That timeline is done. Okay? We are going through some personal, powerful changes within. And they will reflect in your outer world as well. This is not sad. This is just change. It is okay. It is just change. There are some powerful guides and assistants here for you. The light is here for you to relax and open up to receive this assistance. Your soul is trying to talk to you. You may be feeling pain or frustration or uncertainty or fear, whatever it is. Whatever happened in the past, in past lifetimes, it has to be closed out. There has to be closure. Karma is being taken care of, is what I'm hearing. Karma is being addressed. Whatever you've been resisting without realizing it or realizing it is sort of pushing its way forward now. And you have to look at it. Not because I say so, because this collective energy is telling me that it's time for these changes. Okay? So our soul family, our guides, our angels, our whoever is to be in our timeline right now, they're assisting us. They're gathering. They're bringing forth their strength, the energy of wisdom, of truth, of lessons learned, of acceptance. They're bringing forth whatever it is you need to allow these timelines to close and to allow the change that is needed in your highest good, for your highest good. All right? There is this is interesting. The Spirit Keeper of the East. Is it the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, or is it the opposite? Whatever it is, the sun is here. Okay? The sun is here. And it's shining now upon the closing out or the beginning of whatever it is that's occurring in your life. And so, as the sun rises, as the sun sets, you, my friend, are the recipient of closing out or beginning anew, or both. Closing out, starting anew. There is a fresh cycle beginning for you, okay? And it is good. It is good. The lessons have been learned. Whatever has happened in this cycle of your life, it is done. It is time to start anew. Something good awaits for you. Please don't resist. Allow your own personal path to unfold before you. Every direction, north, south, east, west, the energy of Gaia is with you to assist in the beginning of a new cycle, a fresh start. The sun rises for you. Whatever it is that you've been through, whatever discomfort was there, something new comes for you. Stay in the positivity and the trust that your Creator has a plan for you. The circle is closing, and something new begins. Some of us have been going through some major energies coming in that, if you're in tune and you can discern what it is. You know that it is temporary, it is passing, but it is needed. It is painful when those cycles end, but it is necessary. As the wounded heal, it opens up that door and that beautiful sunshine to come in. And finish up the healing that's needed from other lifetimes or from now, in the present. Some of you are being called to share your experience from a painful past or experience that could help others in their healing. I feel very strong that some of you are being called to stand in that experience, but looking upon it from a different view, a different perspective. Looking upon that experience as a lesson learned. You've traversed up that hill with a cross on your back almost, or a heavy burden on your back, on your shoulders. And you've made it past all the lessons. And that situation is now done. And so as you approach this mountaintop, okay? As you approach this mountaintop, you don't feel the pain and the burden on your back anymore. Instead, you see the beauty that awaits, that's there at the top for you. You've done it, you've made it, you're victorious. Now, God asks you, will you give back now? Will you share your experience? Will you give and help others through their own experience, similar to what you went through? And will you do it in respect and love and not out of hate, resentment, and anger? Will you give of yourself? Will you reshape? Right? Will you reshape your perspective, your attitude? Will you turn that pain, those wounds that go deep, have gone deep, will you turn that into something beautiful to help others? And will you turn that hatred and that anger and resentment towards whatever it was in your life that caused your own wounding and healing, to will you take from that and will you give in a beautiful way? Some tell the story of how horrible things were for them throughout their relationship or career, whatever it was. And they tell it in such a bitter way. Will you be that bitter person? Or will you be the one that says, all of that brought me to this place of beauty where I'm stronger, wiser, where I know that I made it to that mountain and I can let the burden, the heaviness fall off my shoulders now and I can be free. Be that warrior of peace. And as we see the white buffalo, as he or she stands in the snow, she's protected. She's armed with, her body is warm from the coldness of the snow, the cold temperatures. And she can say, I made it out of the woods. And I am in a place of peace. I don't need anyone else to lead me out of the woods anymore. I've made it. I am strong enough. I am capable. I am at peace. I am proud of myself. I am empowered now, not with hate, not with resentment, but with my own self independence, my own empowerment and love for myself. When we resist, the need to be independent and to detox from codependency, it's painful. You see, we use others, other people, relationships, and whatever else applies here. Take this as it comes to you, however it resonates. But human beings have a tendency to use their partner or whatever else it is to distract themselves from themselves. And codependency starts. And so it becomes a natural tendency to rely on someone else or something else to keep us satisfied or to validate who we are. But when that distraction changes and they decide to be independent and to heal from codependency, it causes an upheaval, and it causes and forces you to look within. So whatever it is that you've been doing to distract yourselves from you, the natural path now is to it's sort of like we're forced now to look within and to address those things that need to be addressed, and to allow ourselves to come to this place where we've broken free of codependency, distractions, and delays, and addressing all that has to be addressed in order for us to move forward and be victorious. And into the great unknown, right? The great mystery. We don't know what waits for us. as we let go of the dependency that we have had upon others, and as we have allowed ourselves to be distracted and not address our own needs, now we are going into that unknown. Facing what needs to be faced, and loving ourselves enough to trust that all will be well within our own soul, and we will be that person on the mountaintop, strong, brave, standing firm in your own truth, not someone else's, in your own. Listening with your heart, not your head. Being able to fully address your heart now. And so as we venture forward, we fly to freedom, right? This is a message from Gaia, from our guides, from our soul, from our ancient ones who have gone before us from this magical place in the forest that lies within. Your tribe is gathering. You will be assisted. You are being led to. From that wounded place to that beautiful place of peace. Be well, my friends. Be well. For all that is coming for you is in your highest good. Love and light I am sending to you now. You're in the hands of God. Namaste.